What's up YouTube, this is Swifty2606 and welcome to today's video. Okay, so this week is Geek Week on YouTube, where they're celebrating everything geeky from gaming to video vlogs to God knows what else. So basically I want to talk about today the word geek and what it means, the definition of a geek, and kind of how it's evolved and how it's changed for me personally. So back in the days of when I was at school, yes, a long time ago, some of you might say, bastards, the geeks were the kind of people that were sort of They were constantly in the library in their spare time. You know, they always had their homework done. They were the quiet people who sat up at the front of class and they were doing, you know, all the sums or whatever was going on in class. They were the people who always had their hand up, answering the questions correctly. They were the people who dressed quite sort of smartly, you know, normally in, I don't know, trousers and smart shoes. The school I went to, there was really no strict uniform. I used to just go in jogging bottoms and a jumper. That's kind of how relaxed it was. But yeah, those were the geeks back when I was at school. It was those kinds of people. I was nowhere near a geek when I was at school. Like I said, I went to school in like track suit bottoms and a jumper. I didn't conform to the rules of school. It was a school that's it's not a pub. I get confused. Like a public school, is that like one that everybody goes to, or is that like one of the posh ones? I don't know. But I went to the ones that was just, you know, it was in a rough neighbourhood. Everybody went there who lived in that area, and it was boys and girls mixed. The education was pretty shit because I come out with no qualifications at all from school. But anyway, so yeah, back when I was at school, that was what geeks were really. They were the people, you know, that done their homework and blah 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 blah. But nowadays it seems to completely role reversed, and the geeks are kind of the cool people in school, I guess. I don't know if it is like that in school. Like, is it cool to be a geek in school nowadays? I don't know, but certainly from my point of view, the word geek really has evolved for me personally. Like, would I call myself a geek now? Probably, purely because of the fact that I love video gaming. I love uploading videos to YouTube, which a lot of my mates think is really, really geeky. I collect stuff like Call of Duties. When they come out, I tend to buy the Prestige Edition, or at least some sort of collector's edition to get some sort of collectible with it. So that can be seen as quite geeky. You know, there's just, I think the criteria or the definition of geek really has changed, and like the clothing for a geek as well, like geeky clothing. I don't really want to call it geeky clothing because it's not geeky clothing. I quite see it as actually quite smartly dressed actually, and I quite like dressing that way. But you know, it's the whole stereotype of being a geek. I think certainly from, like I say, from my point of view, it's totally changed now. I would not mind calling myself a geek at all. Some of my friends even call me a geek, and not in a bad way, but in a kind of jokingly way, like, oh, you know, what are you doing tonight, Swifty or Rich? You going home to fucking play your Call of Duty, you geek? And I'm like, well, yeah, I am. But yeah, I don't see it as geeky. It's just a part of me. It's made me sort of who I am. So yeah, within thoughts with the Geek Week, I just wanted to share my opinions on that and let you know what I think about being a geek. And I'm proud of being a geek. I like being a geek. Although there is another side to me. I'm not like all geek. You know, if I go out with my friends, if we go to the pub, I'm the sort of I turn into the lad that's a bit of a beer monster, and you know, I like to have a few beers and get a bit drunk and get a bit rowdy and have a bit of lad banter. I am that person as well, but as soon as I sort of get home and I'm within these four walls, the geek in me comes out, and it's just like, haha, let's do geeky things. But I mean, don't take that offensive. That's just, you know, that's not an impression of someone geeky. It's just me. That's what I am. So when I get into these four walls, I do turn into a geek, and the first thing I want to do is like turn my PC on and just get gaming. But then again, surely there is a geek in every single one of us nowadays, because pretty much everybody's got a smartphone. Is that not seen as being geeky, to have a smartphone and do all the things that the smartphone does, like the apps you've got on there? Surely that's going to be seen as being a bit geeky, right? I mean, things like the Gadget Show, that can be classed as being geeky because it's all technology and how technology is advancing. That I would have perceived as being geeky. Maybe it's not, I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and happy Geek Week to everybody on YouTube. I hope it's been brilliant for you. And if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to leave it a cheeky little thumbs up. And until the next one, I'll see you later.